Hi everyone, my name is Alice. If you are new here, this is a new series that I started because I am so in love with self-development, mental health awareness, and all of those good things. But this episode 2, is on start gaslighting yourself. And I have to say this with every single video that I'm going to do for this series. Please take what I say with a grain of salt. I am not a professional. I am simply giving you advice based on what helps me and helped me before in order for me to be the best version of myself. So with that being said, let's get started. I know how this sounds. It sounds so negative. It sounds so like, what are you telling me to do right now? Like, why should I listen to your advice? Because the whole concept of gaslighting has a very negative connotation to it. So I understand where you're coming from, but hear me out, okay? When I tell you that you should start gaslighting yourself, I am telling you to think things differently every single time you start to overthink or have a negative thought. And let me explain. I am an overthinker. So this helped me a ton because it has helped me rewire my thoughts and how I react to certain things, because I used to ruminate in such sad and angry and all these like bad emotions because I was constantly overthinking things that was not that deep to begin with, okay? And when I tell you to gaslight yourself, I don't want you to do it in a negative way, okay? So make sure that you are doing this with caution, because when I tell you that you should gaslight yourself, I am not telling you to tell yourself like, oh, this guy's not texting me back, but he like loves me. No, let's not do that. I am simply stating that you should do this in a healthy way. And I mean that in a sense of like being a pessimist almost. So, for example, let's say that you are talking to this guy and you text him and he hasn't responded in 3 hours. Instead of constantly thinking about those negative thoughts, stop yourself and tell yourself, it's fine. I don't care that much. He has very little importance to me. I matter more. So I'm not going to fill my entire head with this one man that I barely know. He's not important to me. I'm important to me. And that's what I mean by gaslighting yourself. You are rewiring your brain into stopping these negative thoughts about things that don't matter, okay? And not to say that him like not responding to you doesn't matter, because it's valid, but I am saying this so you have a better idea of holding on to yourself and your emotions and building up your self-esteem and respect and boundaries and everything else that you actually need, because what matters the most is you, not him, you. And another reason why I'm telling you to start gaslighting yourself is, another example would be you buy a new dress. If you are a little thicker like I am and your rolls come out and whatnot and you feel super insecure in it because the lines show, but it's a very pretty dress and you love it, it's your favorite color. Instead of going into those thoughts of, oh my god, my rolls are showing, it's not socially acceptable because all my rolls are showing, I'm not the skinniest girl out there, this and that, you stop, gaslight yourself into saying, this is a very beautiful dress and I look beautiful in it. And I think that I really do look beautiful in it, so it technically isn't really like gaslighting, but to a certain extent, like we focus and hone in on such negative thoughts within ourselves based on society or opinions, experiences, and it doesn't help us in the end. It doesn't. So you have to be able to get in control of these emotions and your thoughts in order to be the best version of yourself. And the best version of yourself is a happy one. The best version of yourself, when I say that, I don't mean skinny, I don't mean no stretch marks, I don't mean, super perfect in any certain way, okay? The best version of yourself is the mentally healthy and emotionally available and mature version of you, okay? If you are an overthinker like me, this is going to help you tremendously because you are able to stop yourself before you spiral into this nonsense that doesn't really actually matter, but you choose to kind of spiral in this cycle of negative emotions and thoughts because it's easier, it's more comfortable. I don't want you to take this as me saying that you aren't allowed to feel insecure, you aren't allowed to feel any negative emotion, because that's not what I'm saying. We are human and it's only natural for us to feel any of those, right? But I am simply saying that once you do allow yourself to feel all those emotions that you feel, you need to be able to let it go. You need to be able to cut yourself off, stop yourself then and there before it starts cycling back into these negative thoughts. And I hone in on negative thoughts and experiences, opinions, and everything like that because that's literally all it is. And the more that you constantly remind yourself of how pretty and how valuable, how important you are, the more you're going to learn to love yourself. It's really that simple, and I feel like people don't emphasize this enough, but it is so important. And I know some people are going to think like, oh, I don't want to be like super like cocky, I don't want to look like I am so full of myself. You're not gonna end up like that. You don't have to worry. We are all human, so it is natural for us to be insecure at certain points and about certain things because we're not going to be perfect. We're always going to be working on ourselves and trying our best the entire way. And that's all you can really do. This is one of the most important things that I've done for myself because I was in such a terrible place with my mental health, and I was constantly in my head thinking very badly about who I am, and it didn't exactly make me happy. And this helped me so much into loving who I am, loving how I look, and accepting myself for what I am and how I look, and not being so in my head about things that I cannot control. This was kind of rambly, and I don't know if I made any sense because I'm still figuring this out of like talking about self-development because I've learned so much and gathering my thoughts is a little hard sometimes, but I really hope this helped you. And again, please take everything I say with a grain of salt because I don't want you to, go super in on the gaslighting and like think that equates to all these negative things that you're not supposed to be doing, okay? So do it with caution and do it in a healthy way, please, 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 please. But that is the end of the video, and I will have another one coming up soon. If you like any of the videos I have up so far, please like and subscribe and comment your input on this, and I would love to hear what you have to say. So, bye!